Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub for just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The sub a day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank. Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincolnton Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dreams. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Boulder City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Boulder City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football teams on Friday nights and our college teams on Saturday. The Family of Faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make joyful noise with us.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the LincolnCounty.com broadcast of high school basketball here on WLON 1050 AM, the first broadcast of 2018 here on KTC Broadcasting. I'm Evan Ludwig, joined by Tim Johnson, as we have ourselves a very big conference matchup for the South Fork Athletic 2A Conference between the Knights of Lake Norman Charter and the Lincolnton Wolves. And Tim, I know you've been excited to get here and watch some basketball, and this is a very good matchup to watch.
Absolutely. Looks like the Lincolnton Wolves has got a 19-point lead with a 41-22, and we're in the 4th period here with 8 minutes to go, and Lincoln's played pretty well.
Yeah, and you're listening to currently the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show, talking about the girls game, 41-22, Lincolnton out on top, but Lincolnton got off to a huge start where they led 20-0 after the first quarter, but then in the 3rd quarter, Lake Norman Charter cut that to an 8-point lead early on. But Tim, Lincolnton's really gotten the gas pedal going once again, as they've now gotten up to a 19-point lead.
Yeah, Lincolnton looks like, to me, the stronger team here. They got a little bit better height advantage as well. They're dominating on the boards. They're getting second opportunities, too, shot-wise. So They got some quickness and speed too, but there's just almost a turnover there by the point guard for the Lincoln Wolves. So, but yeah, like you said, Evan, Lincoln looks pretty good tonight, and I'm sure they'll be looking forward to on down the road as they play in conference play here at Lincolnton High School.
Yes, we're a little bit into conference play already. Got a couple couple games under your belt. You've already gotten the Christmas tournaments out of the way, so now you're really heading into the meat of your schedule, to say. You got about a month before the conference tournaments get into play, and then the playoffs, so a month to really prove yourself if you're any one of these teams that are in the middle right now. And of course, that's why this matchup tonight after the girls game between Lake Norman Charter and Lincolnton is going to be so big to determine who maybe gets a leg up on the competition for the conference and win the regular season title.
Absolutely. Both teams are 3-1 in conference play, and Coach Bob Cowie is looking for his 4th win, as well as the head coach from the Lake Norman Charter, Aaron Reeves. They're 5-7 overall and 3-1 in conference, like we were just talking about. Also, the Lincolnton Wolves, they're 10-2 overall and 3-1 in conference play. And I want to say congratulations to the head basketball coach at Lincolnton High School. Evan, you know him well. I know him well. Mr. Bob Cowie, been here a good while. We was talking about that in between the breaks, about how long he's been here, but he just had his 300 win last week.
Yeah, and that was during Christmas break, right before the tournament started. They got a win over, I believe it was Drone on the 22nd, and got a big win. They got a basketball, and that's pretty special, not only for him but for his son too. Within a week's time, not only does your son Robbie Cowie get 1,000 points against East Lincoln, then Bob Cowie, the coach, his dad, gets his 300th win, a very remarkable milestone for the Cowie family, and it all happens within 7 days. Quite an accomplishment there for the Cowie family.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty combination for Lincoln High School, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 4-year starter, a lot of success in Robbie Cowie, and Bob Cowie, a successful coach, really has done a great job here at Lincolnton High School. When we come back here on the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show, we'll get into the Lincolnton Wolves and preview what they need to do to win tonight. We'll also preview the Lake Norman Charter Knights, and also we'll get into the conference schedule for tonight. You're listening to Lincolnton.com, LincolnCounty.com's high school broadcast on WLON 1050 AM.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Yes, serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. With all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. By making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Derby your tea time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. This is a LincolnCounty.com broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM. Evan Ludwig and Tim Johnson with the call for tonight's game between Lake Norman Charter and the Lincolnton Wolves as conference play rolls on into 2018. Currently the girls game going on, getting about midway through the final quarter as Lincolnton is now going to double the lead they have over Lake Norman Charter. They now lead by a quarter, 50-25 on the scoreboard, the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. But, Tim, this Lincolnton team, they lost Sage Surratt after they kind of went all in with Sage Surratt trying to go all the way to states last year. Fell short, lost in the third round to North Surrey, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel for this team. But this team it's playing more like a well-balanced unit than it has in years past with a lot of the pieces they have, and they got a very veteran squad.
Yeah, one thing about the Lincoln High School basketball team, they got a really good backcourt. I mean, Tyshawn Harris is one of the most dynamic athletes in Lincoln High School, without a doubt, on the football field. But in basketball, he could do it too. I mean, he's quick and fast. But Chris Robinson, who's the point guard, he makes everything go for the Lincoln Wolves for the basketball team. So Coach Callie's got him a really good backcourt.
You know, that possibly might have helped last year when the Little Johns left for Georgia. You know, Chris Robinson had to fill in for him, and he had to basically be thrown to the Wolves, no pun intended, when they left in December as a freshman, and he really did a great job. Got the game-winning free throws in the conference championship game, and, as a sophomore, he's starting off as hot as he finished last year. So I think that was a great thing. And now you got the Little Johns back, and you got of course you got Robbie Calley, who's your captain, and you got a pretty solid depth at bench. I mean, you're talking about Tyshawn Harris. He had over 2,000 yards rushing in football, but for a guy who's only 5'9", he can dunk it with ease.
Two hands
with ease. I mean,
straight off the floor.
It's crazy to see a guy that small have that type of hops, but a guy like Tyshawn Harris, the speed, the vertical, everything is just something that you can't teach sometimes.
Yes, I mean, he's, like I said, he's without a doubt probably the best athlete, I would say, in Lincolnton High School. He can do it all, like I say, on the football field, basketball field. I'm hoping he's going to play baseball.
Well, he also does track. He does track.
He does.
During the spring, so that's really what he's done best. Him and Skylar Evans are two fast guys. And Skylar Evans, another captain, a guy, the sixth man off the bench for the Wolves. That bench unit they go to is a lot small, but it's pretty fast at the same time. So that's what you got to look out for Lincolnton. But we're looking at Lincolnton. The overall record very good for this time of the year. Only 2 losses so far. One of them was because Cordell Littlejohn didn't help, was because Cordell Littlejohn was sick and they lost to Bandy's. This Bandy's team has kind of snuck up on everyone as they're currently over 500 as we speak right now.
Yes, Bandy's has got a good basketball program they've had for years, and they run a really good program there, and the coach does a great job with the young men there. But like you said, Cordell was sick. He did not play that game, so he is a difference maker on the basketball court. And so I'm sure, and they beat Bandy's in the People's Bank holiday tournament there, the Christmas tournament. They beat Bandy's 60-38, so they got a little revenge there. And so they also beat East Casting too in the championship game, 67-52. So Lincoln's cruising. They're playing pretty good, like you said earlier. Cowie's got his basketball team playing real well, and so I'm sure toward the end of the season he's going to
Well, yeah,
fine-tune them a little bit more.
And the other loss was against a team they don't have to worry about at all for the remainder of the year, South Iredale. They're 3-8.
Yes.
So no worries about that. South Iredale's a pretty good basketball program as well. So not really too bad losses. As Bandy's, Tate Culliver has been their leading scorer. That's basically the guy they put on. He puts a team on his back. Has averaged over 20 points so far this year. So, whenever we get a Bandy's game or try to look at Bandy's, watch Tate Culliver. He can take over the show. So that definitely played a factor in why Lincolnton lost that game. But they got to win this game tonight. As Lake Norman Charter, we mentioned that they're 5-7, but that 5-7, the record is kind of skewed because they played against some really tough teams during that non-conference span.
Yes, they played against Hopewell, Huff, and Ashbrook. Those three teams right there are pretty good basketball teams.
Well, and you missed the
Lincoln Charter.
Lincoln Charter, the ones that have lost the state championship. One of their only losses is against defending state champions,
Absolutely.
Coxhill, and that was only by about 3 points. So, this team, Lake Norman Charter, they're 5-7, but they've gotten off to a great start in conference as well.
Yes, they're 3-1 in conference. They defeated North Lincoln 57-52, and then they beat Maiden back-to-back wins, which is big. And Maiden's got a good basketball team, from what I hear, 66-55. And so last week, this past Tuesday, they beat Newton Conover 68-49. So, and in the past, like we was talking about earlier, Newton Conover's had some good basketball teams too.
Yeah, it's kind of been down this year, over the past 2 years for Newton Conover and men's basketball, but definitely Lake Norman Charter has definitely found themselves, and if they can get a win tonight, that can really continue their momentum. It would be huge for them to really get a leg up on the whole conference. So I think their only loss, you said, was to East Lincoln in conference. So, you're looking at two teams. It's a four-way tie as we speak right now between the four schools. It's Lincolnton, Lake Norman Charter, East Lincoln, and Maiden. Those teams are all tied for 3-1 right now. So, you got yourselves a 4-horse race. I know it's early, but still, you got yourselves a 4-horse race for the first place in the conference. That just shows you how even this conference is right now.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to seeing Lincoln. It's the first time I see them play this year. Honestly, East Lincoln is good. They got a great basketball coach. It's the first year there at East Lincoln. He's doing a fine job with the Mustangs. Also, Maiden's going to have a good basketball team for the rest of the season too. So, like you said, it's 4-team race here so far with Lincoln Charter with Lake Norman Charter. So, ought to be a good basketball game tonight.
Yes, and we'll take one more timeout here, or a couple more timeouts, and we'll have continue the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. When we come back, we'll continue to preview the rest of the conference and show where we're at right now, go over some of the finals from earlier in the week, and we will preview some of tonight's matchups across the South Fork 2A Conference as we're about 15 minutes away from tip-off here at Lincolnton High School. You're listening to the LincolnCounty.com Game of the Week on WLON 1050 AM.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincolnton. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also, check out the new Kimco 270. And Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts, totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty, starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27, east of Lincolnton.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincolnton, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
'Cause I saddle up my horse, I ride into the city.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with home to people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank is 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. It's the Yamaha Revvin' the Holiday Sales Event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia. Get low financing for a limited time, like 1.99% APR financing and 2.99% APR financing. Come in for all the details. For a full lineup, visit the website at ncfullthrottle.com. But better yet, come by and see big during the Revvin' the Holiday Sales Event going on right now at Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 in Gastonia.
Most of us understand that without daily attention to our teeth and regular visits to the dentist, painful dental conditions and tooth loss would result. Your dog and cat need dental care too. Most dogs and cats need a dental cleaning at least once, if not twice yearly. And know that November is Dental Month at Lincolnton Animal Hospital. Now, if you had your teeth cleaned at the dentist and then didn't brush your teeth at home, what kind of shape do you think your teeth and breath would be in? Yuck. See Lincolnton Animal Hospital today or call 704-732-0728.
The Dodge Big Finish 2017 is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lincolnton. Get up to $4,000 total cash allowance on the new 2017 Dodge Journey and get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the new 2017 Dodge Charger and no monthly payments for 90 days. See Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge for all the details during the Dodge Big Finish 2017 at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street, Lincolnton. Your CarQuest dealer is Eddie's Auto Parts, and now Eddie's Auto Parts is your authorized dealer for Summit Racing Equipment, plus Rough Country Lift Kit. Get your lower batteries and automated detailing and cleaning supplies too. So race up in to Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street, Lincolnton.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, as you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. This is a broadcast of LincolnCounty.com on KTC Broadcast and WLON 1050 AM. I'm Evan Ludwig, joined by Tim Johnson, as the final for the girls' game was Lincolnton 60, Lake Norman Charter 31. As now both the squads from the boys team for Lincolnton and Lake Norman Charter are getting warmed up right now. Lake Norman Charter are in a blue and green. Lincolnton going to be all white, but are wearing the yellow jumpsuits right now. As going for the conference right now, the conference standings, we touched on it a little bit earlier, but Lincolnton and Lake Norman Charter tied at 3-1, along with East Lincoln and Maiden. A four-way tie for first place, all at 3-1 as we speak right now. Bandy's at 2-2. And North Lincoln and Newton Conover both have 1-3 records, and West Lincoln is the only team without a win so far in conference play. Anything standing out to you right now at the moment, Tim?
Yeah, I really like Lincolnton's energy, how they come out and shoot the basketball, stuff like that, and how they're, you can just see the team chemistry just by looking at them on the floor. You got your leaders, Robbie Cowie, and of course, Tyshawn Harris and Chris Robinson, the point guard. This ought to be an exciting game here tonight against the Lake Norman Charter. It was a really good basketball team. Like you said, they're 3-1. They played some really tough teams in this season so far.
Yeah, so it looks like Lake Norman Charter might have the size advantage for the first time. Lincolnton might not have the size advantage this year, minus the East Lincoln game. But looking at some of the games that happened earlier this week, to give you some scores from Tuesday and Wednesday night, Lincolnton took care of business against the Rebels of West Lincoln, beating them 72-43. As they scored 23 and 25 in the first two quarters to really put things out of reach against the Rebels. Lake Norman Charter, as we mentioned earlier, beat Newton Conover 68-49. East Lincoln scored a whopping 106 points over Bandy's, beating them 106-70. Much of that thanks to a 37-point third quarter to really put things out of reach. And from Wednesday night, Maiden was in a dogfight with North Lincoln going into the fourth quarter. With 4 minutes left, it was a 1-point game, but Maiden went on a 7-0 run. North Lincoln got it back to 54-48, but then in the final minute, Maiden was able to pull away and win 62-48 and win this one to keep themselves in the tiebreaker with the conference. But of course, that tiebreaker will be broken tonight with Lincolnton and Lake Norman Charter playing tonight. As the game's going on tonight, we've got West Lincoln at Bandy's, North Lincoln at Newton Conover, and East Lincoln at Maiden. So we'll have a two-team tiebreaker after tonight, with both teams in the top four playing one against each other. Looking at these other matchups tonight, what do you see in this East Lincoln Maiden matchup that intrigues you possibly?
I'm taking East Lincoln. I think East Lincoln, with the new coach there, he's instilled a new offense and, of course, defense too. So I'm sure the team by now has got some experience on the floor running his offense and defense. East Lincoln has got some athletes there, and they're a really good basketball school there. In the last 4 or 5 years, have had some great basketball teams, of course, the Sweats and so forth. So look forward to East Lincoln taking a win tonight against the Maiden Blue Devils to go 4-1 in conference play.
Yeah, Coach Hancock, his first year over from Mallard Creek, came over to East Lincoln. He's not really missed a beat. It helps when most of the coaching staff from East Lincoln stays, including Coach Chip Ashley, who was the intern last year, who had to intern for longtime head coach Hodges, and now he comes back. Coach Howe comes back. Pretty much everyone, the game comes back except they got a new head coach, and they haven't really missed a beat so far this year, as they are overall 9-4. They've had a pretty hard schedule as well. So, East Lincoln's going to be a team to look out for in the playoffs. Both these teams on the court are going to be teams to look out for when it comes to the playoffs. So that'll do it for our Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's game, and we'll also have tip-off here at Lincolnton High School. You've been listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show, all a part of the LincolnCounty.com broadcast on WLON 1050 AM and on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's the Yamaha Revving the Holiday Sales Event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia. Get low financing for a limited time, like 1.99% APR financing and 2.99% APR financing. Coming in for all the details. For a full lineup, visit the website at ncfullthrottle.com. But better yet, come on by and save big during the Revving the Holiday Sales Event, going on right now at Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 in Gastonia.
Most of us understand that without daily attention to our teeth and regular visits to the dentist, painful dental conditions and tooth loss would result. Your dog and cat need dental care too. Most dogs and cats need a dental cleaning at least once, if not twice yearly. And know that November is dental month at Lincolnton Animal Hospital. Now, if you had your teeth cleaned at the dentist and then didn't brush your teeth at home, what kind of shape do you think your teeth and breath would be in? Yuck. See Lincolnton Animal Hospital today, or call 704-732-0728.
'Cause I saddle up my horse, I ride into the city.
Where was London?
The Dodge Big Finish 2017 is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lincolnton. Get up to $4,000 total cash allowance on the new 2017 Dodge Journey and get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the new 2017 Dodge Charger and no monthly payments for 90 days. See Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge for all the details during the Dodge Big Finish 2017 at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street, Lincolnton. Your CarQuest dealer is Eddie's Auto Parts. And now Eddie's Auto Parts is your authorized dealer for Summit Racing Equipment, plus rough country lift kits. Get your lawnmower batteries and automotive detailing and cleaning supplies too. So race on in to Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby announces their year-end sales event. Get holiday savings across Ford's entire line of 2017 models. Get 0% APR Ford credit financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 Ford credit cash. That's right, 0% financing plus $1,000 cash. Offer good on the Focus, C-Max, Fusion, Mustang, Taurus, Edge, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, F-150 trucks, even the Transit and Transit Connect vans. See dealer for details. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your cool Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, we want to thank our pregame show sponsor, Carolina Trust Bank, for sponsoring our pregame show. This is a LincolnCounty.com broadcast on WLON 1050 AM. And Tim Johnson, let's go ahead and go over the starters for both teams. First, the visiting Knights of Lake Norman Charter.
Absolutely. We got Connor Reed, number 3. He'll be starting tonight. Also, we have Cal Reed. He is number 10. And Ian Martino, number 15. And Landon Colton, number 24. And Chris Vasquez, number 40. And that's your starting lineup for the Lake Norman Charter Knights. And for the Lincolnton Wolves, number 10, Tyshawn Harris. And number 32, and that's going to be Mr. Cordell Littlejohn. Number 33, Robbie Cowie. And number 42, Skylar Evans. And number 44, Jamal Littlejohn. That's your starting lineup for your Lincolnton High School Wolves.
Yes, Lake Norman Charters, their starting lineup's been introduced here at Lincolnton High School. Outside, it is freezing cold.
Man, it's cold.
It is cold. It's been below freezing for pretty much the whole week, but inside here, it's nice and toasty. In the gym, this is one of the times where you're actually glad to be inside a hot gym, but this isn't that hot here at Lincolnton High School. But if you're inside, maybe grab yourself some hot cocoa. Listen to us on the radio dial on 1050 WLON AM. As well as on KTC Broadcasting right now, is currently Lincolnton being introduced for the home crowd. Lake Norman Charter is in a all-black uniforms with some green on the side. There's 2 nights in this conference, and Lincolnton's going to have to go back-to-back against the Knights. They have to play Lake Norman Charter tonight, and they're going to have to play North Lincoln on Tuesday night. So they're going to see a lot of Knights throughout these next few days.
Absolutely. So I'm anxious to see North Lincoln play. They're a pretty good basketball team from what you've been telling me too. So hopefully they can get a big win in the conference, and they're going to be playing against the Lincoln Wolves. So here tonight at Lincoln High School, so it looks like we're fixing to get the tip-off here. And so like Evan said, if you're joining into us, we're here live at Lincolnton High School. It is the LincolnCounty.com High School Basketball Game of the Week here on WLON 1050 AM.
Jamal Littlejohn will be going for the jump ball along with Chris Vasquez. Vasquez up by a couple of inches. Vasquez 6'5", Jamal Littlejohn 6'2", so the height advantage goes to the Knights. As the referee tells him to separate a little bit, and actually Jamal Littlejohn gets the jump ball. And now Lincolnton goes left to right on your radio dial. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball, being guarded heavily. He'll give it up to Cowie, back to Cordell Littlejohn. And now back to Cowie. He'll take a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. And now he's trying to go attack the rim, and he gets the shot. No, he does not. It rolls off the rim, no good. And it's rebounded by the Knights of Lake Norman Charter. Going quickly for the Knights is number 15, and he'll get the shot up. It's Ian Martino attacking the baseline for the Knights, and he draws first blood. Cowie has the ball at midcourt at the top of the key. Being guarded, and now gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn. It gives up to Skylar Evans, who's starting tonight. He'll have a high pass, gets over the head of Robbie Cowie, and right over here to the scorer's table. A turnover early for the Wolves. And just like that, we were surprised to see Chris Robinson not starting, and he'll go and check in for Skylar Evans, who made the turnover there on the high pass to Robbie Cowie.
Absolutely. Chris Robinson, the outstanding point guard. He is a sophomore this year for the Lincoln Wolves. He started last year as a freshman, so got a really good backcourt for the Lincoln Wolves.
We'll talk about young sensations. Cal Reed, a freshman, as he gives it up to the leading scorer, Connor Reed, an easy three-pointer. And just like that, Cowie doesn't like what he's seeing. He's going to call a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back after this message.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, Lake Norman Charter up on Lincolnton 5-0. Coach Cowie called a timeout on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball. Chris Robinson has the ball. He'll decide to take a three. It's up and in. Good. And that gets Lincolnton on the board thanks to Chris Robinson coming off the bench tonight. He came in quickly, as now going across half court is Cal Reed, the freshman. Gives it up to Martino. Martino gets a pick, and he's trying to create separation from Cordell Littlejohn. The pass is tipped inside, and now Jamal Littlejohn going fast break, gives it up to Chris Robinson. Back to Jamal. Layup no good. He gets the rebound one-handed, missed the shot. He was right underneath the basket, and a missed opportunity there for the Wolves to tie it up, as it'll go back to Lake Norman Charter, as Martino gets the inbounds pass and will give it back up to Cal Reed. Cal Reed, only a freshman. He's going against the guy who knows how to play the point guard position as a freshman, and Chris Robinson. He'll give it up to Martino against a bigger Cordell Littlejohn, and now a cross-court pass to Connor Reed. He'll take a corner three, in and out, no good. And now the rebound back to Lake Norman Charter. They'll kick it out to the freshman. Cal Reed gets a three from the top of the key. That's already 2 3-pointers made by the Knights early on in this one. As Reed kind of guarded across half court. This cross-court passes to Robinson and Littlejohn, and now Littlejohn to Littlejohn. Cordell takes a three from the wing, no good. Jamal rebounds it, trying to take a baseline jumper. It's up, no good. And now another rebound by Jamal Littlejohn. He takes this one up and will get fouled as he was up for the shot. And the foul is going to be on number 24, Landon Calton. And that'll take Jamal Littlejohn to our first Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free-throw line, as they currently trail 8-3 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, make that 8-4. Jamal Littlejohn has been cleaning up the board so far, and now he's finally starting to get some points off those putbacks thanks to a foul call. Second shot rattles out, no good, but rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. He's fighting for it, and the ball's now stolen from him by Landon Cotton, and he'll give it up to Connor Reed. Connor Reed has it up top. He'll take it, give it up to Cal Reed. And Cal Reed now trying to get some separation from Chris Robinson. It's a 2-3 zone defense for the Wolves right now. As Connor Reed has the ball, gets a pick from Calton. Now trying to get separation from Tyjon Harris. He'll kick it out to the big man down low, number 40, Chris Vasquez, and the shot is no good as the rebound will go to Chris Robinson. He'll slow things down for the Wolves. Now on the about to be double teamed. He'll give it up to Cordell Littlejohn. Now back to Chris Robinson. Vasquez guards Robinson very heavily, and he'll give it up to Cordell, and they'll get it back to Chris Robinson. Cali will now take a three from the wing. It's up and good. Both teams have 2 3-pointers. The only thing separating the tie this game from being tied is a missed free throw shot by Jamal Littlejohn. Cal Reed has the ball, give it up to his brother, I would assume, Cal Reed, and he'll take a fadeaway jumper. Shot is no good, didn't hit anything, and a foul call from the guy right here at referee right here at midcourt. And it looks like it's going to be, yes, on Lake Norman Charter. That's going to be on Chris Vasquez. That's his first foul. And that's the team's second. No fouls so far on the Wolves. We were played about halfway through this first quarter. Lincolnton trailing by 1 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard against the Lake Norman Charter Knights. Chris Robinson gives it to Cordell Littlejohn. And he gives it across the baseline to Cowie, who cross-court passes Chris Robinson. He'll take a three-quarter from the wing. It's no good. Rebounded by Vasquez, who has the height and wingspan advantage over any of the Wolves. Cal Reed has the ball, trying to figure out what he's going to do. Gives it up to Martino on the baseline. And O'Connor Reed will take a three. Fading away, shot is no good, but the rebound, no one gets the rebound. It went off of Cowie's hand and then went off both hands of Landon Colton. The missed opportunity for a possible putback there, and Lincolnton will get the ball back.
Yeah, that's good hustle on number 33, Robbie Cowie of the Lincolnton Wolves there for getting that turnover there. And right now, Chris Robinson bringing the ball up.
And he gets the ball back from Cordell Littlejohn after a quick pass. Now a pass over to Cowie and then over to Littlejohn at the top of the key. He's going to attack the hole, and he'll get the shot up and in to give Lincolnton their first lead of the ball game. That's where Cordell Littlejohn's at his most dangerous, is attacking the hole. He's so physical.
That's his first points of the night. Cordell Littlejohn, number 32 of the Lincoln Wolves.
It's Cal Reed taking across half court very slowly, right to left on your radio dial. He gives it up to his brother, Connor Reed. And Reed trying to get a pick and roll for Vasquez. He gives it inside to Vasquez. Vasquez loses control, gives it to Martino on the baseline. He'll take a baseline jumper off the rim. No good. It was short. Chris Robinson with the rebound as he's trying to go over the break. He gets across Vasquez, and he loses control, but gives up to Cowie on the baseline, and the shot is up and in. That almost was a turnover, but somehow Robinson was able to pass it to Cowie, who had a lot of room, and was able to get the easy 2 points. Cal Reed now across half court, trying to shake and rattle Chris Robinson, but he'll give it up to Connor Reed, who's being guarded by Tyshawn Harris. And he'll give it up to Melton inside. He'll go across and get a layup and in. Makes it a 1-point lead for the Wolves. Robinson almost has it stolen by Cal Reed. Now he'll slow it down a little bit as he's trying to get across half court. Give it up to Cordell Littlejohn. He gives it up to Tyshawn Harris on the baseline. And he'll kick it out to Robbie Cowie. Give it up to Robinson. Now to Cordell Littlejohn. Corner three, no good, but rebounded by Cowie. He'll take up a shot from the elbow, and he gets it up and in. Just a lot of second chance opportunities so far for Lincolnton. That's a big reason why they have this 3-point lead almost into the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first period here with Lincoln up 13-10. So it looks like Lincoln's starting to dominate the boards.
Connor Reed misses another 3-point opportunity. He's not afraid to shoot his shot. That's how he got over 20 points per game so far this year. Lincolnton with the rebound. Cordell Littlejohn going to attack the hole, but give it up to Tyshawn Harris. He gets it up and in. And now Lake Norman Charter's going to call a quick timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll be right back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Having trouble finding a car or truck at a price you can afford? Your troubles are over when you stop in at Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. At Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton, they make buying a pre-owned vehicle easy. No credit, no money to put down. Milholland Automotive has the banks to get you approved. Come see the selection today at Milholland Automotive, 23 West Main Street in Lincolnton. Visit the website at milhollandautomotive.com for a complete list of inventory, or give them a call at 704-736-1000. That's Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, late stages of the first quarter, Lincolnton has gotten back and had the lead. They now lead 15-10 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Some substitutions now in. Mike Ashford coming in for the Knights of Lake Norman Charter. That's about, and Lane Hoover as well coming in for the Lincolnton Wolves as they're both guarding each other right now.
Yeah, number 15, Lane Hoover, the outstanding baseball player for the Lincolnton Wolves, who's going to be going to the East Carolina to play baseball, is in the game right now. And then we have a turnover.
And another turnover. Connor Reed gets the ball and he gets the jumper to go in. It was a zip pass from Ashford that was stolen by the Lincolnton Wolves, and then a pass got stolen by Reed quickly, almost stolen again by Lincolnton. And now Cowie tries to get a shot up and in, no good. Rebound is loose. Let's see who gets it. And it's going to be a pushing foul on Jamal Littlejohn. And that will give Lake Norman Charter the lead back. It's going to be Jamal Littlejohn's first foul, as I think that's the first foul for the Wolves so far.
It is the first foul here tonight for the Lincolnton Wolves. Right now, the Lake Norman Charter has 2 fouls as we speak of.
Martino has the ball on the right baseline, being guarded by Cowie. And now Martino goes on the baseline. He tries to get it inside to Vasquez. Vasquez puts up a shot, and he gets it in as he was cutting inside to the paint, and that gets the lead to 1. So the timeout by Lake Norman Charter is paying dividends as they've gone on a 4-0 run.
Yeah, they made some adjustments out there.
Littlejohn thinking about fading away, but gives it up to Hoover, and now gives it up to Cowie. Cowie takes a 3. It's up, nothing but net.
I tell you, Robbie Cowie's playing really good tonight. He's hot tonight.
Already 2 shots from behind the arc that have gone in for Cowie.
That gives him 10 points for tonight so far. He's the leading scorer of the ball game with 33 seconds left in the first period.
As we're trying to direct the offense from the top, almost at midcourt, Hoover guarding them pretty heavily right now. As Ashford trying to get some separation, he'll give it up to Connor Reed. Connor Reed getting a pick from Belton, and now he'll try to drive it inside. He'll put up a weird contorted shot, but it's up, no good. Rebounded by Lincolnton. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball. He'll try to go. We have a foul, and the foul's going to be called on Vasquez. That's probably the big man's second. Yes, I think that's going to be on Vasquez. That'll be his second foul. So already a starter for Lake Norman Charter in foul trouble is Cordell Littlejohn going in to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. And I also forgot to mention the guy who got the rebound there was Demetrius Ford. He is now in for the Lincolnton Wolves. We did not see him when Lincolnton played East Lincoln a couple weeks back, but now he's playing some minutes here tonight. He's a senior, 6'2", 170. As the first shot goes in for Cordell Littlejohn, second shot in. As now they made both their shots, and now Skylar Evans checking back in, going to give Cordell Littlejohn a spell.
We got 10 seconds left in the first period, with the Lincoln Wolves on top 20-14 over the Lake Norman Charter.
And Ashford has the ball. He's at the three-point line. He'll take a three-pointer off the back iron, no good, and it hit the top of where the basketball goal is being held. So Lincolnton will have the ball. And just like that, Cordell Littlejohn gets back in. 2.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 20-14. Lincolnton leads. They're trying to get one more shot in. They'll give it up to Cordell Littlejohn at midcourt. He passes tipped by Ashford, and that only remains 0.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Going to be hard to get a shot up here. Now, quick pass to Lane Hoover. He'll take a 3. No good. And that'll end the first quarter as Lincolnton leads 20-14 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back right after this.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast. 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274, 27 West Intersection, Vail. Call 704-276-1055.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, we're about ready to start the second quarter as Lincolnton leads 20-14 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. As Evan Ludwig, Tim Johnson with you for the call of tonight's game. Cal Reed has the ball going right to left on your radio dial for the Knights of Lake Norman Charter. As Cal Reed gives it up to Ashford. He's wearing long sleeves. He'll give it up to Colton. And Calton gets the ball back from Ashford. They're trying to get something, and he'll give it up to Cal Reed at the left side of the key. And now Reed trying to go inside. He'll get a bounce pass, but it's hit by Tyshawn Harris's leg as that time Tyshawn's vertical hurt him there.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play by number 10, Tyshawn Harris, the outstanding football player from the Lincolnton Wolves, an all-conference player. I tell you, that young man's quick and fast.
Yes,
he can jump.
He can definitely jump for a guy his size. Calton has the ball. The pass is tipped by Tyshawn Harris. And now
great defense.
Chris Robinson has the ball at the top of the key. Thought about shooting the three, but gets a quick pass inside to Robbie Cowie. And a nice job by Robinson of finding Cowie. Gets it through a couple of defenders. And Cowie makes the easy layup. It's now an 8-point lead for Lincolnton. Now 2-on-1 defense by Lincolnton. They're trying to get Lake Norman Charter caught off guard, and they did. Pass is tipped, and the ball is stolen by Robbie Cowie. Cordell Littlejohn now has the ball. They're trying to get it to double digits now. Robbie Cowie thought about shooting the three, gives it up to Littlejohn, who'll give it to Chris Robinson at the baseline. Now gives it back to Littlejohn, and he'll give it back to Cowie. Cowie thought about shooting the three again, but gets it inside to Tyshawn Harris, who gets it inside to Jamal Littlejohn. Shot is no good. Rebound is loose, and it's finally picking up by Cal Reed. Cal Reed now gives it up top to Martino. Martino will take a jumper. A long jumper is good for Martino. And now it's 22-16 as Cordell Littlejohn gets it across half court. And now gives it to Cowie, who gives it up to Robinson. Robinson being double teamed to give it up to Cowie. Now back to Robinson on the left side of the key as they're playing a 2-3 zone. Lake Norman Charter is. As Robinson now gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who'll give it up to Cowie. Left wide open on the baseline. Shot is no good for the three-pointer. It was short.
Hit the front of the iron on that shot. That's a good-looking shot. Just a little short there.
Another long two from Martino. The shot a little too much there as it bounced off the rim, and Cowie gets the rebound. And now Cordell Littlejohn going to slow things down a little bit here. So we're almost 2 minutes into this second quarter. Lincolnton leading 22-16. Robinson has the ball, trying to find something. They give it up to Cowie. Now back to Robinson. Robinson will take a pretty deep three. Shot too much. It was off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by J.D. Cowles, who comes into the game at the start of the quarter. And now Martino gives it up to Ashford. Now back to Martino. Back to Ashford. Back to Martino. Now to the younger Reed, Cal Reed. Now back to Martino. Martino tries to go inside, but kick it back out to Cal Reed. Cal Reed trying to find something as Lincolnton's playing a 2-3 zone. Ashford gives it to Martino on the left side of the baseline. Now cross-court pass to Cal Reed. Thought about shooting it, but the wingspan of Littlejohn made him second guess, and now Martino has the ball. Now Cal Reed back to it, and they're going to reset the offense here.
I tell you, one thing I've noticed about Lincoln, their defense has really picked up in this second period. Tyshawn Harris is playing outstanding defense. He's already created 2 turnovers already.
Shot is no good by J.D. Cowles, but it's rebounded by Ashford. So now Lake Norman Charter resetting their offense here. Now gives it up to Ashford on the left wing. Now to Martino at the top of the key. Now back to Ashford, who thought about shooting it, but wisely did not. And Ashford trying to attack the hole now, but he'll kick it out to Reed. And Reed now trying to give it up, but he traveled with the ball before giving it up to Calton there.
So that's a turnover on the Lake Norman Charter. The Knights here tonight at Lincoln High School. You're listening to Evan Ludwig and Tim Johnson on the LincolnCounty.com high school basketball game of the week.
You'll get one of the sports eventually. As Chris Robinson now getting across half court, being guarded heavily by Cal Reed. He'll give it up to Robbie Cowie, who's being guarded by Connor Reed. Now cross-court pass to Robinson, now being double-teamed. Now Cowie will try to split the double team and give it back to Robinson. Robinson will go in, take a jumper, and it's up and in. As Chris Robinson gets his first one of his first shots in.
That's 5 points for the sophomore Chris Robinson, the point guard for the Lincolnton Wolves.
As Cal Reed has it, he'll give it up to his brother Connor. Now back to Cal, and he'll get it inside, and he'll kick it out to Ashford. He'll take a three, rolls in and out, no good. And now Will Robinson has the rebound. He'll try to split the defenders, get little fast break points, and he does. And now 4 quick points there for Chris Robinson in the last minute, makes it a 10-point lead for Lincolnton.
Yes, Lincoln's really playing good defense, and they're getting back and they're hustling back on defense as well.
Got a couple of fast break points as Cal Reed trying to get something going. It gives it to Cal Reed. It gives it outside to Calton. Now back to Connor Reed. He'll take a shot. Shot is up and in. Good for Connor Reed. That was a shot with not a lot of separation and not a lot of space, but he somehow got that shot in. It's 26-19 now on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
That's Mr. Connor Reed's 8th point of the night, so he's leading the score for the Lake Norman Charter.
And shot no good, but the putback is up and in, and a foul called. Robbie Cowie puts a shot in after it was rattled out by Chris Robinson, who had a lot of space, and he's like, might as well take the shot.
I tell you, Cowie's having an absolutely unbelievable game here tonight.
And checking in, giving Chris Robinson a spell for Lincolnton is number 35, checking back in, Demetrius Ford. We also got Chris Vasquez checking back in. And also checking back in is Ashford, I believe. No, it's Martino's checked back in. So the starting lineup's back in for, most of the starting lineup's back in for Lake Norman Charter.
That's Eddie's Auto Parts free throw by Robbie Cowie.
And he gets the and one opportunity in. It's back to a 10-point lead now for the Wolves. As Ashford taking it up, he's being guarded. He'll give it up to Cal Reed, who get a cross-court pass to Martino, fakes the pass to Connor Reed, now gives it up to Connor Reed at the baseline. He's being double-teamed by both the Little Johns. He'll give it up to Martino on the baseline. Martino attacking the hole, will give a cross-court pass, high pass to Cal Reed. He has to regroup, and now gets a pass over to Ashford. Ashford fakes the pass and now tries to go inside to lose control. It's still stolen by Tyshawn Harris. Harris trying to go fast break there. Lincoln Charter wanted to push off, but the shot is up and in by Tyshawn Harris as they now lead by a dozen points with a little over 2.5 minutes remaining.
I tell you, he creates a lot of turnovers, Tyshawn Harris does, for the Lincoln Wolves, number 10.
Ashford has the ball on the left wing. He'll give it up to Cal Reed on the right wing, and now Connor Reed will take the shot and hits nothing. Rebounded by Jamal Littlejohn. Littlejohn loses the ball. Tyshawn Harris dives for it. We got a relay for the ball. Everyone diving for the ball.
That is great hustle.
Well, Lincolnton called timeout, but Lake Number Charter saying he didn't have the ball. No one had possession. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back right after this.
Yeah, that is a great.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, Lincolnton calls a timeout. They'll get the ball back. Cowie inbounding it right in front of us. So give it up to Chris Robinson. As Lincolnton has a 31-19 lead on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Chris Robinson gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who's cutting inside, and now give it up to Robbie Cowie, who's now going to attack the lane. He'll get a shot up, and it rolls out. It rolls out. The shot just rolled out. It did not. Lady Luck was not on Cowie's side that time, as Martino gets the rebound for the Knights. And Cal Reed loses control of the ball, but he gives it up to Chris Robinson. Now gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, and he loses control of the ball, but he was fouled by Martino. So the pass by Martino that was off the mark leads to a foul on him, as that'll give Cordell Littlejohn another trip to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line.
That's Martino's first foul tonight here at Lincoln High School. We got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period here tonight, and the Lincoln Wolves up 31-19.
Make that 32-19 as the first shot goes in by Littlejohn. Fouls, not many called, but most of them have been on Lake Number Charter. 5-1 is the foul totals for both teams tonight. Second shot up and no good. It falls flat on the left iron. And now Cal Reed getting instructions from his coach, Coach Reeves, and now give it up to his brother Connor Reed, who's on the right side of the key, and now give it up to Martino. Martino gives it up to Cal Reed. Cal Reed being guarded by Chris Robinson. Thought about giving it to Connor, and now Cal Reed going to attack the lane, and he takes advantage of Chris Robinson as he gave up the left side, and he gets an easy layup to go in. About as easy as it gets there.
Yeah, that's a good play by Cal Reed there of Lake Norman Charter here tonight.
Now Cowie will take a 3, and the shot is no good, but rebounded by Jamal Littlejohn on the baseline. Now he'll take it up on the right baseline. Shot no good, but rebounded by Vasquez as Lake Number Charter now has the ball back. They're trying to get the lead back into single digits. As now Ashford has the ball on the corner, almost stolen by Tyshawn Harris, and now Ashford will take a corner 3. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Tyshawn Harris, who almost fell into the laps of both the Clonagers, and he got that rebound right after trying to go for the steal.
And we're talking about the coaches of the Clonagers.
Yes. Littlejohn has the ball. He'll give it up to Jamal Littlejohn. He'll give it up to Robbie Cowie. Fakes a pass. Now give it up to Chris Robinson. Robinson thought about taking a 3, but he'll take a long 2. Shot is short, no good. Rebounded by Connor Reed. Connor Reed now taking it up court for the Knights, has got about 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They trail by 11 as they're going to wait for this last shot here, as Cal Reed has to get out of the zone for a 5-second call. He's almost at midcourt. He gives it up to Martino. Martino being guarded by Cordell Littlejohn. So Littlejohn has the size advantage here. Martino now attacking the lane. He'll give it up to Connor Reed on the corner. Now he'll kick it back out. And a foul is going to be called on Tyshawn Harris, as Connor Reed was trying to attack the lane. That's Tyshawn's first foul, only the team's second. So we're not going to see anyone in the bonus in this first half, unless something weird happens. Cal Reed has the ball, 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Lake Norman Charter down by 12. Ashford creates some separation on his own wing, trying to get a three, but he's deep, trying to find something. 4 seconds remaining. He's going to have to take a shot, create separation, but he double dribbled. He carried it as he was dribbling it. He created the separation, but that's because he carried the ball.
And there's 2 seconds left in the half here, so like you said, he double dribbled the basketball.
Chris Robinson's going to give it up to Cowley. A deep three. Let's see if he. No, it does not. As it hit the backboard, shot is up and in, and no good. That'll end the first half of play here at Lincolnton High School, as Lincolnton is in command right now, 32-21 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. When we come back, we'll have the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show, or we'll have our What's Up Shopper stat sheet provided by Tim Johnson. You're listening to LincolnCounty.com's Game of the Week on WLON 1050 AM and on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Start up the savings your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincolnton, your area insurance agency. Amy Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincolnton. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. The 2017 Chevy Closeout Sale is underway at Abernathy Chevrolet GMC in Lincolnton. Save over $7,100 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Tahoe. Save over $3,600 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Camaro. Take 17% off below MSRP on any Buicks in stock. Or how about a big GMC truck? Save a whopping $9,500 below MSRP on the new 2017 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLT truck. Come in for all the details at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
Sleep apnea is the interruption of sleep by a blockage to breathing. 8 million Americans go undiagnosed for sleep apnea. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton can help you with sleep apnea problems. John III is a member of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He can help you now overcome the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea, such as excessive daytime sleep, loud snoring, episodes of breathing cessation where you stop breathing, dry mouth and sore throat, morning headaches, insomnia, attention problems, and more. John III is concerned that patients don't know there are treatments for obstructive sleep apnea, from CPAP to dental appliances or even surgery. John III offers a free consultation for anyone with symptoms of sleep apnea. Just call 704-735-0765 or come by 904 Doncha Drive in Lincolnton to make an appointment. Sleep longer, smile brighter, live happier. Let Dr. John L. Cloninger III put his 21 years of dentistry experience to work for you.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub, just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian B&B sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The Sub of the Day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton.
'Cause I saddle up my horse.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Boulder City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite high school football teams on Friday night and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The Family of Faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come and make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
'Cause I saddle up my horse.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, we're now in the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show, as currently Lincolnton leads over Lake Norman Charter 32-21. And, in that first minute, Lake Norman Charter got a quick 5-0 run. Coach Cowie called a timeout, was not happy about it. And ever since then, Lincolnton's really been getting better as the game goes along so far, Tim.
Yes, one thing they've done, they've picked their defensive tempo up. Tyshawn Harris has made a huge difference with about probably, I'd say, 7 minutes after these first 7 minutes of the first period. I mean, his defensive presence is well known all over the court. Also, Robbie Cowie's having an outstanding game. He is the leading scorer here tonight. He's got 15 points. He's played good on defense and offense. He's got a few rebounds too. But absolutely, Robbie Cowie, the senior here tonight at Lincoln High School with 15 points. And then you got Cordell Littlejohn with 5. And Chris Robinson, the sophomore, came in. He did not start tonight, but he came in. He's got 7 points. And then Tyshawn Harris, the defensive standout, without a doubt, backcourt presence. He's got 4 points here tonight. And Jamal Littlejohn with 1. Jamal has got a foul. And also Tyshawn Harris is with a foul. So Lincoln's only got 2 fouls in the halftime up to right now. And so the Lake Norman Charter, Mr. Connor Reed's having a good night. He's got 8 points. Cal Reed has got 5. Ian Martino has got 6 points. And Chris Vasquez, who is in foul trouble with 2 fouls, has got 2 points.
Yeah, Chris Vasquez is the only player in foul trouble for both squads. As the fouls, I think 7 total fouls in the first half by both squads combined. 5 of them were on Lake Norman Charter. So we'll keep an eye on that. If the fouls start becoming more fouls are going to get called in the second half, that could be a possibility. So keep an eye on that. But so far, no one for Lincolnton has really any foul trouble. Tyshawn has a foul and Jamal has a foul. That's it. So nothing really to be concerned about for Lincolnton right now in foul trouble. They're up by 11 as we speak. And unless something, they just got to keep going the way they've been playing, and they should be fine. But what do you got to do if you're Lake Norman Charter to really closing that gap in the second half?
Well, first of all, they got to quit turning the ball over. That's number one thing. Second thing is they missed some open shots. They've got some kids on the team, the Reed brothers. They can shoot from outside. They need to start making some of those threes that they're missing. Other than that, I would say crash the boards, get some rebounds, defensive rebounds as well as offensive rebounds, and try to get Lincolnton in foul trouble. If they could get Jamal, maybe Cordell in foul trouble, they could have a chance to win this game. They're still in the game. It's 11 points.
Well, heck, I mean, just get Lincolnton into the bonus pretty early, and that
Absolutely.
could possibly help them. So, I mean, it's not without of reach right now. It's 11-point lead. I was at the JV game here earlier. Lincolnton was down at least 14 at the half, and they came back and made it a pretty close game before they fell short. So that's our halftime report. We want to thank our What's Up Shopper stat sheet. Thanks to Tim Johnson. And this has been the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show here at Lincolnton High School. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half on WLON 1050 AM and on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
When Auto Owners Insurance was founded in 1916, the world was quite different. Yet with all that's changed, our commitment to be there when you need us most hasn't. By teaming up with independent agents, we've made a difference for generations of customers, and will for generations to come. And by making a difference every day, 100 years seem to go by in a flash.
Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Mooney Insurance Agency, located at 528 East Main Street in Maiden. Call 828-428-8231.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into
All right, back here at Lincolnton High School here as we're about ready to start the second half. About 30 seconds remaining before the start of the second half. Score on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard is Lincolnton 32, Lake Norman Charter 21. As we mentioned during the halftime show, Robbie Cowie has accounted for nearly half the points for Lincolnton tonight. 15 of them have come from Robbie Cowie. And
he's had an outstanding game.
Yeah, it's an outstanding game. He's gotten a couple of rebounds that led to those points as a little putbacks or shots from the baseline. And so far, Robbie Cowie really is what separated Lincolnton. It's really what's gotten Lincolnton on top with them winning by 11 right now. That's possibly a thing Lake Norman Charter is going to try and stop here in the second half, but they got to get Connor Reed going, averaging over 20 points coming into this game. Has only gotten 8 so far. His shot just hasn't gone in. It's been tough to get a shot, but Lincolnton will have the ball to start the second half. They'll be going right to left on your radio dial, as Lake Norman Charter will go left to right on your radio dial here on WLON 1050 AM. As Chris Robinson gets the inbounds pass to start the second half. He's being guarded by Cal Reed. He'll give it up to Robbie Cowie on the left wing to get an inbounds into Cordell Littlejohn, who fades away. Shot is no good, but Jamal Littlejohn gets the rebound and puts it back up and get the 2 points. So second chance opportunity bites Lake Norman Charter yet again. And that's been a story early on so far for Lake Norman Charter, why they're trailing.
Yeah, Lincoln has dominated the boards on both sides, defense and offense. And one thing about Tyshawn Harris, when the ball's up, he's so explosive off the floor that he keeps the ball alive.
Martino has the ball on the right wing. He gets a screen from Houghton. And now Martino attacks the rim. Shot is no good. Vasquez gets a shot up. It's no good. He'll get a rebound again and finally get the shot up and in. They're going to need Vasquez to be big in this second half and not let Jamal Littlejohn take advantage of him here. He's got about 3 inches on him and has got a lot more wingspan than Jamal Littlejohn.
Yes, he's got to stay out of foul trouble, though. He's got 2 fouls on him as we speak of right now.
Chris Robinson at the top of the key gives it up to Cowie, who's going to try to go baseline. Shot is up and in, good. As Cowie just slashed into the paint there with the cut, and he gets it back up to a 13-point lead at Baker's dozen. The largest lead for Lincolnton tonight. Martino has the ball. He's going to attack the lane. He'll kick it out to Cal Reed. He'll go down the right baseline. He got away with a travel there, but Lake Norman Charter recovers the ball as Martino has the ball on the right side of the baseline. And now Connor Reed has it. He finds a lane. He'll get it up. Shot is up. No good. Rebound by Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson, a cross-court pass to Cowie. And Cowie was called for a travel. Took 1 too many steps there on the fast break.
That's a good call by the referee there. Cowie did. He caught the ball when he was trying to make that first step, and he couldn't control itself. So that is a travel on the Lincolnton Wolves, Robbie Cowie. So Lake Norman Charter, the Knights are bringing the ball up court.
Give credit to Martino being right there to possibly make the third step happen as Cal Reed has the ball, trying to get some separation for Robinson. And a 5-second call on Cal Reed that'll lead to a turnover. So missed opportunity yet again for Lake Norman Charter. Another turnover as well for tonight, as Lincolnton will have the ball back. Cowie inbounds it right in front of us to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson on the right side of the key, getting some separation from Cal Reed. As now gives it to Cowie. Cowie will take a 3 from the top of the key. No good, air ball, but rebounded, fought for it. It's going to be taken by Jamal Littlejohn. Shot is blocked, but it was a foul call on Landon Cowton. As I guess that
number 24.
They're going to say that Jamal Littlejohn was in the act of shooting. So he'll take a trip to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, as that's Cowton's second foul.
Second foul here in the third period with 5 minutes and 48 seconds left. And Eddie Auto Parts free throw there by Jamal Littlejohn.
First shot is up and in for Littlejohn. As if he makes this one here, it'll expand the lead to 15 points almost midway through the third quarter. Second shot is up and in, good. And now Lincolnton leads 38-23 as Cal Reed has the ball.
That is 2 free throws by Eddie Auto Parts here tonight at Lincolnton High School, where the Wolves are taking on the Lake Norman Charter Knights.
As Cal Reed now has it back at the top of the key, going to have to avoid a 5-second call this time. He's going to try to pass it to Connor Reed, and he does. He's being guarded by Cordell Littlejohn, and Cordell Littlejohn, I think, grabbed the left hand of Connor Reed as he was trying to attack the paint. And that'll be a foul. Cordell, that's only his first foul, so both teams are at 1 foul so far in the second half.
Lincoln has 3 fouls, and then we have
inbounds pass is tipped and stolen by Lincolnton. Tyshawn Harris gets it, gives it up to Jamal Littlejohn, who's on the baseline, and gives it up to Tyshawn again. Rewarding Tyshawn Harris for getting the steal. Does Jamal Littlejohn. And Tyshawn Harris gets Lincolnton to 40 points, almost, and it's now a 17-point lead.
He's quick. Tyshawn Harris is quick.
Martino has the ball on the left wing, getting a steal from, getting a pick from Calton. He'll get another pick from Calton, and now kick it out to Cal Reed, who now trying to attack the paint. And now Cal will stop his dribble and give it up to Connor Reed. Connor Reed is going to attack the paint, and this time he gets a shot up and in. A beautiful transition there, and now some bumping between Connor Reed and Cordell Littlejohn. So now Cordell Littlejohn going across half court. Cordell gives it up to Chris Robinson. They'll get a pick from Jamal Littlejohn, and they're not going to execute pick and roll as Chris Robinson finds Tyshawn Harris. Harris was there to get an easy shot, but it goes out. No good. Cal Reed has the ball. Get it inside to Martino, who's sneaking across the baseline. He misses the shot. Rebound by Jamal Littlejohn. Tyshawn Harris has the ball. Ball almost stolen by Cal Reed as Chris Robinson gets across half court.
Got 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third period, where the Lincoln Wolves are up 40-25.
As Tyshawn Harris has the ball, gives up to Jamal Littlejohn. He'll take a deep jumper. The shot is short, no good. But then Jamal Littlejohn fights for the rebound, and Cowie does not like what he's seen. He's going to call a timeout, and we'll be back right after these messages on WLON 1050 AM.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with drive-in range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, Evan Ludwig, Tim Johnson with you. Lincolnton leading on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, 40-25. Lincolnton will inbounds the pass from their side of the court, give it up to Chris Robinson as we're about halfway through this third quarter. Chris Robinson gives up to Tyshawn Harris, who's on, and gives it up to Robbie Cowie, gives it up to Chris Robinson, who's on the left wing. He'll pass it inside, and it hits the jaw of Cordell Littlejohn.
That's out on Lincolnton Wolves. He hit him in the hands, but came up hit him in the face.
Yeah, they hit him right in the jaw. Luckily, Cordell's all right, but that'll be a turnover.
I want to say hello to some of our listeners out there. Ronnie Carpenter's over there to the side. I also want to say to our Mr. Baseball man, Mr. Kenny Link of the Best in Sports. He's tuning in to us.
Kyrie has the ball at the top of the key, going to give it to his brother Connor, who pump fakes a three-point shot. And now Connor Reed traveled. Great defense there by Cordell Littlejohn, who jumped for the pump fake but recovered on defense to cause that travel.
Absolutely.
So quite a few turnovers in these last few minutes by both squads so far. But Lincolnton leading by 15s. So they're going to try to expand the lead here on this possession. It's gotten as big as 17 earlier on.
We've got about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period here at Lincolnton High School, where the Wolves are taking on the Lake Norman Charter Knights.
Well, Cordell tried to go baseline as it was rebounded by Cowie, and Chris Robinson tried to take a three from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Lake Norman Charter. Cal Reed now has the ball on the right wing. He thought about taking a jumper and gives up to Ashford, who checks back into the game for the Knights. Ashford being guarded by Skylar Evans and gives it back up to Cal Reed now. Sanchez trying to get a pick, but he fakes a pick, and now Ashford has some separation, going to go inside and gets about an elbow jumper. Shot is up and in for Ashford, and it's now a 13-point lead for Lincolnton.
That's a great-looking shot by number 5, Mike Ashford.
As now Chris Robinson has the ball, gives up to Cowie on the left wing. Cowie being guarded by Sanchez. 6'5", as Chris Robinson, well, an illegal screen I think was called, I believe. Yeah, the illegal screen was called. It was on number 42. That is Skylar Evans. So that's going to be his first foul. Now Lincolnton has as many fouls as they did in the first half. 2. Not many fouls have been called in this game so far. Cal Reed has it at the top of the key and about midcourt. And he's going to get called for a push-off while he was passing. He clearly disagrees with the call, but referee's adamant about the call. And it's going to be another turnover for the Lake Norman Charter. So
that's Cal Reed's first foul of the night. And like you said, he did not agree with that foul.
He thought it was more of a bump than a push.
That's what it looked like.
But the ref is going to call it a push-off there as Lane Hoover checks in for Chris Robinson. Cordell Littlejohn now point guard. He's attacking the lane, going to have a weird contorted shot, but it goes up and in. The basket is good. The bank is open on Friday night for Cordell Littlejohn as he had only a one-handed shot with his right hand. The shot is up and in, and it's good. The foul's on Connor Reed. That's his first foul as Martino checks back in for the Knights. And Cordell Littlejohn with a one shot
to make it three.
Yeah, and the shot is no good off the back iron as Cowton gets the rebound. He'll give it up to Cal Reed, who's going to try to quickly go across half court. Give it up to Martino in the left corner. Now back to Reed, now back to Martino. Martino trying to be double teamed by Evans and Hoover. He gives it up and it's stolen by Lane Hoover, but he steps out of bounds. And it goes back to Lake Norman Charter. Lake Norman Charter.
That's a great hustle by number 15, Lane Hoover, who is a senior this year, who will be going to East Carolina to play baseball. I know he's looking forward to baseball season this year for the Wolves.
Yes, he can cover. He's one of the fastest players I've seen playing baseball. He's definitely fast playing basketball too. He's guarding Martino, who has the ball right now, trying to create separation. And the ball is stolen by Skylar Evans. Give it up to Lane Hoover, and a foul called on Martino, who's trying to steal it from Hoover. Now the fouls are picking up here for Lake Norman Charter. They have 5 fouls. So that's Martino's second foul. And now Hoover will give it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who's now controlling the point with Chris Robinson out.
So 42-27 here tonight in the third period with a minute and 23 seconds left.
Lane Hoover has the ball in the left corner. Will give it up to Cordell Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn has Martino. And now pass is given up, and Skylar Evans has it. Gives up to Cordell Littlejohn. A corner three from the wing. No good. Cowton has the rebound for the Knights. Cal Reed.
Great looking rebound by number 24 there of the Knights.
And Ashford will take a three from the top of the key. Shot no good, but another tough rebound by Cowton. He'll give it up to Ashford. Now give it up to Cal Reed at the top of the key as Connor Reed's waiting to check back in for the Knights. Ashford has the ball on the left wing, being guarded by number 35, Demetrius Ford. Ashford creates some separation. He'll take a long two. Shot is up, no good. Rebound loose. It was last touched by Lincolnton. And it'll be Lake Norman Charter ball. Could not tell who had it last from here.
And Coach Bob Cowie of the Lincoln Wolves is upset of that call. He thinks that was should have been Lincoln's basketball here tonight.
Well, that referee was right in front.
He was right in front of it.
So I got to go with him. I couldn't tell.
I would too.
Ashford has the ball. Give it up to Martino. And give it back to Ashford on the left wing, who give it up to Cowton. He'll try to do a post move. And as the shot went up, he was fouled as it was no good. So he'll take a Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free throw line here. 2 shots. And they need to make all the free throws they can as they're currently down 42-27 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
So that foul was on Cordell Littlejohn. That is his second foul.
Still, 2 fouls this late in the third quarter doesn't mean as much as until you get to your third foul. As Chris Robinson will check back in as well as Jamal Littlejohn and Tyshawn Harris. They'll spell Demetrius Ford, Skylar Evans, and Lane Hoover to end the third quarter here.
And so that was Eddie Auto Parts free throw. So he's looking to make his second one here.
And shot is short, no good. Rebound by Tyshawn Harris. Give it up to Jamal Littlejohn. And he'll give it up to Chris Robinson as he is waiting to go across half court. Ashford is going to have to guard Chris Robinson as he was wondering who he was guarding between him and Sanchez. As Chris Robinson trying to get some separation, waiting to the last shot with 16 seconds remaining. Gives it up to Cowie, and now he'll give it up back to Chris Robinson, who's at the L at midcourt. He's got 9 seconds now, going to have to find someone and maybe ask for a pick, but he'll give it up to Cowie, who'll take a three. Shot is no good, but he gets his own rebound. Now put the shot back up. It's no good. And rebound by Cowton. And no time for Martino to take a heave, and that'll end the third quarter of play as Lincolnton leads 42-28 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Back here at Lincolnton High School on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Lincolnton leads 42-28 as Lake Norman Charter are going to have to get something going here and get something going quick. As they have the ball to start the fourth and final quarter, Ashford gives it up to Martino, trying to get it inside the paint, but kick it back out to Ashford. Now Connor Reed has the ball, get it inside to Martino. Martino trying to drive the lane, he'll get it, and a corner three by Ashford is good. As that's what Lake Norman Charter is strong at, is getting those threes, as Ashford's doing a pretty good job off the bench for the Lake Norman Charter Knights. They trail by 11. Robbie Cowie has the ball being guarded, double team now. He's trying to get through that double team, does now give it up to Tyshawn Harris, pump fakes, gets a shot up, no good, but Chris Robinson gets the rebound at midcourt. Now set back the offense up, give it to Cordell Littlejohn, who's now being double teamed. Give it to Jamal Littlejohn in the paint. Jamal Littlejohn will kick it back out to Cordell, now bounce pass to Chris Robinson, he'll take a three from the wing, it's up and in! We haven't heard Chris Robinson make a three in a while. He gets a big one there to cut the lead, get the lead back up to 14. Ashford has the ball just about 5 feet away from us as he'll get a pick from Cowton. And he'll give it up to Connor Reed. Connor Reed will take a three, highly contested shot, air ball, rebounded by Tyshawn Harrison. He'll give it to Cordell Littlejohn, who will slow things down. As time is running out for Lake Norman Charter, trailing 45-31 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Lincolnton's defense has really picked up in the second half. Tyshawn Harris, Chris Robinson, Robbie Cowie, and of course Cordell Littlejohn. They've played really good on the boards as well as out on the post as well. So, like what I said, Lincolnton's defense.
As Cordell's directing traffic here for the Lincolnton offense, now Tyshawn has it on the left wing outside the three-point arch, and now give it back up to Chris Robinson, who'll give it up to Jamal Littlejohn, who's at the three-point line, now being double-teamed. He'll go left baseline now. She's going to have to throw something, and he'll give it up to Chris Robinson. Now Cordell Littlejohn is left open behind the arc. The shot is up and in. As that double-team on Jamal Littlejohn led to a three-pointer by Cordell Littlejohn on the left wing, and now it's a 48-31 lead. Pass is almost stolen by Cordell Littlejohn to Connor Reed. And now Connor Reed gets a pick. He's trying to get something going. He'll get inside the lane, put up a shot. It rolls in. And a timeout called by Lake Norman Charter. As it's a 15, it will be a full timeout, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Sam's a PR in a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. Card only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for. Serving gas, Lincoln, Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
Back here at Lincolnton as a full court press being called by Lake Norman Charter, and the ball is stolen by Cal Reed. Cal Reed will take a quick coast-to-coast fast break, and just like that, Lake Norman Charter is now within a baker's dozen. Being double-teaming Cordell Littlejohn. Chris Robinson loses control of the ball, give it up to Robbie Cowie, who gets a bad pass, and now it's Cowton has the ball. Martino has it. He'll take it across half court. Martino's going to drive it across the lane. A high pass to Cal Reed, but he gets control of it. Cal Reed now attacking the paint, give it up to. He gives it up to Calton. Calton could not get control of it, and a turnover gives the ball back to Lincolnton, as Lincolnton did not expect this full court press coming. Lincolnton up 13, gives it to Jamal Littlejohn, gives it to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson now attacking the paint, gives it up to Tyshawn Harrison. There you go. Third time's a charm to break the press there for Lincolnton. As Tyshawn Harris gets the pass from Chris Robinson. And now Connor Reed's going to pass it to Martino. A long two on the way. Shot is short, no good. Rebound by Cordell Littlejohn. It's Cordell Littlejohn being guarded by Connor Reed, trying to steal Cordell and did not do it. Now gives it up to Chris Robinson. Connor Reed now going to guard Chris Robinson heavily. Not giving him much room. Now being double teamed is Chris Robinson. The ball is tipped by, it's stolen. It was tipped by the double team, and now Connor Reed has the ball. He's going to attack the lane of Cordell Littlejohn. Losing control of the ball. Tyshawn Harris gets it. Only one man ahead of him. He loses control, gets it back, and gets the layup and in. Wow, what a play by Tyshawn Harris.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. He did the same thing on the football field. He's doing it tonight here on the basketball court, number 10.
Now Cal Reed will take a three-pointer from the top of the key. Hesitated, but the shot still goes in. It's 52-38 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Cordell Littlejohn now has the ball, and now he's going to be double-teamed. You give it up to Chris Robinson, as they're going to have to make it across half court, but a foul is going to be called on Ashford. As his coach Reese is telling Ashford to slide to get a charge.
That's Mike Ashford's first foul, number 5 for the Lake Norman Charter Knights.
As Robinson will slowly take it across half court here. Lake Norman Charter still not in the bonus, only 5 fouls called on them. So still a little ways to go as Jamal Littlejohn has it at the top of the key. Gives it to Chris Robinson, now inside to the paint. Robbie Cowie gets a paint move. A nice job there in the paint by Robbie Cowie, doing everything tonight shooting-wise. And now Cal Reed thinks about shooting it, trying to get some separation for Cowie. Gives it up to Martino. Martino's going to drive it in, get a floater up. No good, but a charge is going to be called on Martino. As he put up the floater, nice job there by Jamal Littlejohn, situating himself for a charge. That's going to be Martino's third foul, and only one more foul. The next foul will put Lincolnton in the bonus. So that's big there for Lincolnton. And now they're going to have to clean up the area under there underneath the paint. I guess some sweat came off of Jamal Littlejohn's jersey. Or Martino's, one of the two.
Well, both of them worked really hard tonight, I'll tell you that. Yeah. So they're going to do some sweating. It looks like that Lake Norman Charter has brought the defensive pressure out in the fourth period right off the bat.
Yeah, that full court press has kind of rattled Lincolnton a little bit, but they seem to have found a little weakness in it. They're starting to get used to it. Jamal Littlejohn with the full court pressure gives up to Cowie. He's being double teamed. He gives it back up to Jamal Littlejohn, and a foul called on Cal Reed, and that's going to put Lincolnton in the bonus now. So now it's the opportunity where you got to take those free points and,
That is his second foul of the night, Cal Reed.
So now Jamal Littlejohn,
they're in a 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 here. If you can make both of them, if you just got to make your free throws here, they're called free throws for a reason. You can put this game out of reach.
Jamal Littlejohn, the junior.
First shot is up and in, good for Jamal Littlejohn.
That's the Eddie Alderpart free throw. Looking to make the second one here. And he's had a pretty decent night scoring-wise.
More so rebounding tonight here for Jamal.
He's the big bruiser inside for the Lincolnton Wolves, no doubt about it.
Second shot rattles off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ashford. As Ashford taking across half court quickly, he'll take an elbow jumper. The shot is up and in. Ashford been very well off the bench tonight for Lake Norman Charter, but they're still down 15. Chris Robinson gets the inbounds pass, gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn, gets it across half court to Tyshawn Harris. And now they can set up their offense as he gives it up to Chris Robinson.
Got about 3 minutes left in the ball game here tonight.
As Cordell Littlejohn being double teamed, gives up to Cowie, zips it over to Chris Robinson. Now back to Tyshawn Harris, who attacked the lane, cuts in and splits the defenders to get a layup up and in. It's now 57-40. Cal Reed has the ball, thinks about a three-pointer, and gives it to Connor Reed. A corner three for Connor Reed, no good. Rebound by Jamal Littlejohn, who gives up to Cordell Littlejohn. They could have a fast break here, gives up to Robbie Cowie, who attacks the baseline, gets a layup up, no good, but tipped back in by Cordell Littlejohn by his right hand. And it's now a 19-point lead for Lincolnton.
Yeah, Cordell on the boards there, really good for the Lincolnton Wolves. Gets the put back on the offensive
rebound. A hustle play there by Tyshawn Harris as the ball was loose. He dives for it to get the ball back to Lincolnton. Another turnover by Lake Norman Charter. As Cordell Littlejohn being double teamed, gives up to Cowie. As Sanchez about ready to check back in for the Knights. Cowie has the ball. Martino guarding him. Cowie has the size advantage.
Got about 2 minutes left in the fourth period.
And Lincolnton leading by 19. They're going to try to burn some clock here as much as they can without getting fouled or putting up a shot. And now bad pass there, and the ball is loose. Cordell gives it back, gets it, and dives for it, passes. And a technical foul is going to be called on Connor Reed. I guess he wanted a travel call there or something, and the referee did not like what he said. So an Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free throw line here for going to be Robbie Cowie.
And that's his first foul of the night. Connor Reed, the Lake Norman Charter Knights, number 3. Lincolnton has picked up their defensive pressure too here tonight as well in the fourth period. So it's a 59-40. It's a 19-point lead. Robbie Cowie, the senior for the Lincoln Wolves, are on the free throw line here tonight for Eddie's Auto Parts free throw.
First shot is up and in. He's all by himself at the free throw line. So he's now gotten it up to a 20-point lead, and now he will not make it 21 as the shot goes off the back iron, no good. Checking into the game here for Lake Norman Charter is Chris Vasquez, and also checking in for his first appearance tonight is number 21, Noah Purser, as he comes in for Connor Reed. Now pass goes into Chris Robinson. So Lincolnton now leading by 20 with under 2 minutes left as they look to cruise control here. Look to get a big win here tonight as Chris Robinson gives the ball up to Cowie, being guarded by Purser. Cowie has a big size advantage, but he's now being double teamed. Cordell now being double teamed. A high pass to Chris Robinson. He's waiting for the top team, give it inside to Robbie Cowie, kicks it back out to Cordell Littlejohn. Now back to Cowie on the right wing. He's going to be double teamed and almost triple teamed, and now give it back up to Cordell Littlejohn. Passes tipped, they'll give it up to Jamal Littlejohn, and he breaks the press as he gets another layup, and it's now 62-40, Lincolnton on top.
Yes, that's a great ball movement by the Lincolnton Wolves there.
Purser followed by the shot. He'll give it up back up to Cal Reed. Cal followed by a step back three, does not do it. Give it to Purser, who gets a corner three right above Cordell Littlejohn. He gets a shot up and in. Nice job by Purser within his first few minutes in the game. And now, wow. Tyshawn Harris had to get up in that one, try to dunk it over Sanchez. Shot is no good, and now Purser has the ball. And Purser going to slow down the offense here.
Got 45 seconds left in the game here tonight in the fourth period, and we got a timeout for the Lake Norman Charter. It looks like they're going to bring the bench in.
Yeah, I might bring the bench in, 62-43. I was going to say there, the pass was about Tyshawn Harris earlier. The pass was so high, Harris had to stay in bounds and pass it, catch it one-handed. He almost got a dunk in there, got a little too aggressive, but his athleticism has been on full display tonight here for the Lincolnton Wolves.
We're just going to call him Superman. How about that? Because he's flying all over the place.
I think the flash would be more.
Flash, yeah, probably,
the flash would be more apropos for Mr. Tyshawn Harris. Of course, he's one of the fastest guys. I think he won the state championship with Skylar Evans, won the relay events and track last year. So, it just shows you how fast he is. Rushed for over 2,000 yards in football this past year. Got the county record for single game rushing record. So, he's had a decorated career, and he's definitely played a lot more this year in basketball. He's been more of a bench player, but he's now starting a little bit. As pass goes into Cal Reed, inbounds pass with 40 seconds remaining. Gets a screen from Sanchez, and he'll take a three from the wing, and it's in. Cal Reed definitely has a lot of potential, only a freshman, as the bench has been unloaded by Lincolnton. Lane Hoover has the ball. He'll go across half court and get a bounce pass, and the shot is blocked by Sanchez. As now Cal Reed has the ball. He'll try to get a fast break here, give it up to number 20, and he gets the shot up and in. That is Preston Van Cleve. And now Lane Hoover has the ball back with 13 seconds left. He splits two defenders, and now he's going to try to run out this clock as much as he can. He'll have to pass it, though, as he's being guarded heavily by Van Cleve.
Davis Grooms of the Lincolnton Wolves, who has the basketball, number 20.
And he'll just bounce past it to number 12, and that'll be it. Lincolnton gets a big win in conference play, as they'll be a part of the two-way tiebreaker after tonight with the winner of Maiden and East Lincoln. Well, if East Lincoln wins, Lincolnton would own the tiebreaker right now, so they could have sole possession of the conference as we speak right now, depending on what happens in Maiden tonight. But the final here at Lincolnton High School is 62-49. Lincolnton wins on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. When we come back, we'll have the Weston Sales Stadium postgame show and recap what happened. And we'll be right back right after these messages.
It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincolnton. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also, check out the new Kimco 270. And Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts, totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty, starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27, east of Lincolnton.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincolnton, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincolnton Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, as you're now listening to the Stadium Postgame Show presented by Weston Sales and Vail. Lincolnton comes out on top, 62-49 over Lake Norman Charter on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. But Tim, you know, the final's going to be a baker's dozen lead for Lincolnton, but I mean, they were up by as much as 20 in the final minutes.
Absolutely. What a great game it was for the Lincolnton Wolves. Come away with a big win. Conference win, that is, tonight. Go 4-1 into conference. And we got a few players at the games. Right now, let's go through the stats of the Lake Norman Charter Knights. Connor Reed had 12 points for the Knights tonight. Mike Ashford had 7 points. And then Cal Reed had 13 points. He was the leading scorer for the Knights. And also Ian Martino had 6 points. And Preston Van Cleve and North Purser, both of them come off the bench, had 3 points for those young men. And also Landon Colton had 1 point. And then Chris Vasquez, I like what I see out of him, Evan. He's a big, tall kid. He can play pretty good in the middle, but he got in some foul trouble early in the game. He had 4 points for the game.
All right, and for the Lincolnton Wolves for tonight's game.
Lincolnton Wolves, Tyshawn Harris, outstanding game. That young man, defensively and offensively, had a great night. He had 12 points. Chris Robinson came off the bench tonight, had a good game. He was part of that backcourt with Tyshawn Harris. He had 10 points. And then, of course, Cordell Littlejohn, who is a senior here tonight, had 12. And then Jamal Littlejohn, who had 8. The big bruiser inside, getting the rebounds offensively and defensively, playing some great defense, keeping the big boys off the boards as well. Had 8 points. And then you have the man himself, Mr. Robbie Cowie, who had a sensational game. He had 15 points at halftime, and then he ended up putting up 20 for the whole entire game. So had a great game.
All right, first let's give away our post-game awards for tonight's game. First, the Subway Summit game. Who is that going to go to tonight, Tim?
I would say Tyshawn Harris. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go Chris Robinson. Came off the bench, subbed tonight, had a great game. Part of that great backcourt for the Lincolnton Wolves is absolutely Chris Robinson.
All right, and our Campers Inn player of the game.
Campers Inn player of the game, I tell you, there's 2 of them, outstanding game, but you got to give it to Robbie Cowie, the outstanding senior here tonight, number 33, for the Lincolnton Wolves. But you got to mention, honorable mention without a doubt, Tyshawn Harris for what he did defensively and offensively. He sparked the Lincolnton Wolves after that first period.
Yeah, unfortunately, hustle points do not count for Mr. Tyshawn Harris, or he would be leading the conference in it most likely. But tonight, the final, once again, on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Lincolnton wins a big one, 62-49, and is going to be a part of, at least have a portion of the lead in the conference as we head into the weekend here, as the four-way tie will be broken in half at least. Maybe Lincolnton has sole possession if East Lincoln wins tonight. That'll do it for us tonight. Lincolnton's next game will be against the Knights of North Lincoln. That'll be at Lincolnton Tuesday night, so be sure to go out and watch some high school basketball when you can. And join us back next Friday. We'll be back here at Lincolnton High School as they have another big conference matchup against the Maiden Blue Devils, as Maiden's gotten off to a very good start to the year and as part of that conference four-way tie coming into tonight. So be sure to catch up with us around 7:30 tonight, next week as Lincolnton takes on Maiden. As that'll do it for us tonight, Tim, and we'll catch you back on Wednesday as the part of the Best in Sports show on WCSL from 4 to 5 p.m. as well. What are you guys going to talk about next week?
We're going to talk about some Lincoln basketball as well as North Lincoln and West Lincoln and, of course, East Lincoln. Talk about a little bit of professional football. Hopefully the Panthers come away with a win this weekend down in New Orleans. And so yeah, we're going to talk all kind of sports. So tune in to us every week at 4 to 5.
All right, and catch me and Kevin and Terry Reinhardt tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. where we'll have all the high school scores for you tomorrow, as it'll be the Campers Inn Sports Talk Show with breakfast provided by Mitchum's Kitchen. So that'll do it for us tonight. We hope to see you next week as we'll have Maiden and Lincolnton. We hope you guys have a great weekend and a good night.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincolnton, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincolnton Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincolnton. First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you